goes by the name of Tony Terry. Man, this brother resume is really deep and really interesting. And I need for everybody, if you're out there, to please make sure you follow and subscribe to Tony Terry and all of his business ventures that he has going on right now. But we won't hold him too long. We see he's on the line. Mr. Tony Terry, please welcome to the show, My Celebrity Life. I'm your host, G Holla, and it's a pleasure to have you here this afternoon, my brother.
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Hey, everything is good. I appreciate you for tapping in with us, brother. I really do. So let's jump right into it because I know that you are busy. Man, brother, you got a lot of stuff going on. You are a living legend. Dude, you really...
Is that what I am?
Yeah, you are. I'm naming the title first before BET, MTV get it. It's starting off right here.
That's what's up.
Man. You know, you probably don't remember because I know you meet a lot of people. I met you like in 2017. You was in Augusta. They was having like the iHeart with the Masters golf tournament. You was gracious.
Oh yeah, actually I remember that event. Yeah.
Okay. You was gracious enough to take a picture with us, you know, before you left. So I definitely appreciate it.
That's what's up.
You're a real authentic brother. So, brother, let's jump into some of the things that you have going on for the people so they can definitely tap in with you. I noticed that you were doing Tony Terry Tuesdays, which are mini concerts to help the heaviness of the minds and the hearts about George Floyd. What is your thoughts on all of that?
Well, I mean, you know, wait a minute. What are my thoughts on what in particular?
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I've been known to do that. Let me slow down and separate the meal. Always drop everything off at one time. What are your thoughts on police brutality? Because I know it's nothing new. We've been going through it from quite some time, and it's even known that you know the most ancient ancestry of police come from the slave catchers. And how do you feel about everything that's transpiring with George Floyd?
I mean, come on, man. I hate police brutality, and you know, but I also don't believe that all police are bad because a few, you know, have decided to, you know, go against the code. But you know, no one wants to see abuse of power in any way, and to watch George Floyd die in front of the world the way that he did was, you know, was disheartening. You know, it made me angry, it made me sad, you know, made me shed a tear for him and his family. It made me shed a tear for us, for where we are in 2020, that we're still dealing with such overt hatred, vitriol, racism. And, you know, I'm not usually one to speak politically, but the reality is no one likes anyone who abuses his or her authority. And I think it was, my volume is all the way up. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you perfect now. That was weird. It went out, but it popped back in.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either because it went to mute, but you know, it came back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I understand.
So fine, but my dog, he's on guard. He's a little chihuahua.
I appreciate it. So, I know you can't give away too much because you want people to tune in to the mini-series of the Tony Terry's Tuesdays. What can the people look forward to when they tune in to that series?
Well, of course, it's Tuesday, so there will be a Tony Terry Tuesday tonight, and it's really just a 1 hour a musical break, you know, where I do cover songs and songs that I like. And honestly, as important as it has become to people, it, you know, and the diversion that it provides to people that tune in, yeah, it does the same thing for me. It's a diversion, and you know, it's the thing that I can do to contribute right now, and that is to provide just just a few minutes of not having to think about what's going on. Just relax and get a glass of wine and hang out with your boy for an hour of some good music.
Absolutely. I love that. I'm glad that you're doing that for the people because, you're right now. Some people are going through so many mental health issues, and God bless, Allah bless the people that are like in abusive relationships right now, to whereas they can't get away. There's nowhere to go. And tuning into you, you're gonna heal some souls, whether you realize it or not, and you're gonna help somebody see the light on a darkening day. And I just want to tell you on behalf of those people who probably aren't able to tell you, thank you for that, for real.
It's as much my pleasure as it is, for anyone who might take pleasure in watching it, because, it's therapeutic for me, because, it's what I do. Singing is my, the gift of music. It's what I have. And so, it's therapeutic for me as well.
Absolutely.
I enjoy it.
Salute to you, King. We definitely appreciate that. We need that right now. Everybody talking about this BLM. I think it's deeper than that. It's bigger than that. I think we need to support all of our artists, such as yourself and beyond, and raise you all up to where you're supposed to be. And some people don't like the term give you the flowers or polish your crown while you're here. So we'll have some type of sort of relief and something to look at to see a brighter day. So that's absolutely too cool. Now, speaking of a brighter day, I'm checking out your resume. I already know it's jam-packed because you are an awesome and amazing person. I see in 2019, 2020, under your snapshot, that you were on the Black Music Honors with the Freddie Jackson tribute for Bounce TV. How was that experience for you?
It was dope because I grew up listening to Freddie, and I know all the music, and so to be asked, let me get my camera situation right. I got to get my light right. You know what I'm talking about? To be asked to do, to participate in an event such as that, where our community comes together and honors our own, I don't take that for granted. I'm honored to be asked to participate in things like that.
Hey, that's too cool. I like that, passing on the baton, like you said, the light, so to speak. Who were some of your influences growing up when you was coming into the game? Who did you really like? Who did you really just stick to as like, I'm rocking with them? I love their music.
Well, vocally, Freddie Jackson was one of those people. Luther, Peebo, of course, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder. I grew up in the 70s, so, all the groups of the 70s and the singers of the 70s, the Donny Hathaway, Johnny Mathis, Lionel Richie, all of Peter Cetera, all of those people I listen to, I think, have influenced me in some way musically.
Cool. You still got the moves of Michael. You still can hit the shoulder. You still can roll the shoulder.
I never had Michael moves. Never. I used to shimmy on my video, but even that, I
don't. Absolutely, I love it, man. I'm just checking you out, brother. You are amazing. Look at this. You were in Malcolm, Martin, and Me, and you had the lead role of Malcolm X. Oh man, what was that like? Did you study Malcolm X as a child?
Well, I didn't study him as a kid, but when I got the role, I obviously did have to study him. I've been told throughout my life that I look like him, and then when I was younger, my hair was much lighter in color than it is now. It's just gotten darker as I've gotten older, but so I've been told a lot that I look like him, and I never really gave it much thought. And then I was cast as this part, and when they cut my hair and put the glasses and the suit and the tie and the ring on, the movie turned out to be amazing. I then thought, wow, I look like Malcolm X. Yeah, it was really amazing because I did have to study him. I had to study his mannerisms, his cadence, how he speaks, just really observe the nuances of, the movements that he made, and just try to, acting, let me say this, acting is hard to do for people because it's not about acting, it's about becoming. So I have to somehow find, I know it sounds crazy, but it's what happens. I have to let Malcolm's spirit take over my body, if you will, and just be Malcolm and not act like Malcolm, if that makes sense.
It does. I listened to Denzel Washington talk about that. I think he referred it to as something like projection. He was saying that even when he played Malcolm, like you said, And also Halle Berry said the same thing about Dorothy Dandridge. And she was talking about how she let her spirit come into her spirit and just, like you said, take over her body. Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly right. It's exactly right. You know, you have to remove yourself, your awareness, and let, you have to react as Malcolm. I have to not react as Tony, but I have to react as Malcolm. So, which means I have to listen as Malcolm, which means I have to be Malcolm. Tony is not present when I'm playing Malcolm. Malcolm is present.
I love that. I know some people, when they go into like that method acting, did you find it difficult to break sometimes because you get so immersed, just like Heath Ledger with the Joker? They said he went so deep into the character, he couldn't come back out. What's your thoughts on that?
I can see how that can happen for the highly trained professional actor who taps in like that, because it's difficult. One time I played a role, it can be difficult. I played a role in a show where it was a true story, but I played a character who murdered his wife. All right, he was abusive and he murdered his wife, and the whole action of the murder took place on stage as a part of the stage, not just telling of it, but the action of this happened as a scene. And he was very verbally abusive. He cursed a lot. And, in order for me to be believable, I had to jump into this character and, be that, curse all day, talk nasty to people. And that's just who this person was. But then I realized that I was bringing that energy home. Actually, I didn't realize it. My wife hit me too. I don't know what you're doing on your job, but you ain't gonna be coming to the house. So I realized that I was bringing, my work home, and I had to take that off and leave it at the theater, come home as Tony, and not let that bring that energy.
Follow G Holla. That's GEHOLLA. Also, my website is www.gholla.com. Always holla at me when you see me out. G Holla, holla.